Hey everyone, we're Four Door Cinema Club. I'm Caleb,
I'm Hannah.
I'm Jess.
Gennaro.
and in this episode, we are going to be talking about Spider-Man: Far From Home in depth with spoilers. If you have not seen the movie yet, do not listen. We will ruin the movie for you.
Click
okay?
out. Get out of here.
So, let's once again say whether or not we like this movie and more specifics as to why.
Yeah.
I love the movie, and I loved it because, I don't know, it's just, I like that he's such an awkward teenager because I feel like I can relate to that since I'm fresh out of high school.
I love the movie. I like Spider-Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes and always has been since I was young. It's an easy movie to watch. You don't need to know a lot of history.
Yeah.
And I'm there for that.
Yeah.
You don't get lost watching it.
True.
There are movies though. Okay, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
Just, you don't get lost.
I liked it mainly because, I loved how they tried to answer any questions we had regarding the Endgame.
This is
Um,
true.
Yeah, I was super confused as to
What happened?
what was going to
yeah.
happen
Yeah.
after the people,
And so they
everyone
called it the-
disappeared for 5
What do they
years.
call it? The blimp?
Yeah, they
The
called it
blip.
the blip,
That
and they
was-
explained that like everyone that would disappear for 5 years, they came back as the same age, but everyone else had aged 5 years.
Yeah.
And they
Which
still
is,
made the kids
I
go
love.
back to school, right?
Was it MJ that called out Flash? Yeah, when she called out Flash on the plane, and was like,
like, "He
"Sir,
blipped."
he blipped. He's not
really
21."
Yeah.
So I love the movie. I thought it was a great continuation. As Gennaro has said previously, apparently this is the last movie of Phase 3.
Yes.
Wait, I have a
for these
question.
superhero movies, but it, as we said, it feels like the beginning as we keep going, especially after that end credit scene when we find out that
Yeah, let's
the-
talk about the end credits right now.
Wait, time out. I have a
we're
quick
not
question.
going to talk about it.
No, I said
Oh,
let's
yeah.
talk
No,
about them
wait,
right now.
before we continue. I feel like I'm supposed to know this, but I don't know this. What the heck is Phase 3? Like, I've never
So
heard.
they split up the like every movie since I guess Hulk was the first one, right?
No,
When Iron Man first appeared. Was it Iron Man or Hulk first?
Iron Man came
Okay.
first.
And they like split like there's phases. Like
I
as
had no
as new
idea.
characters were introduced, so this is like
Yeah.
Phase 3.
What was the
I had
beginning
no
of Phase
idea.
3?
Okay, I'm gonna look it up as you guys talk.
Okay.
Okay.
So end credit scene.
Crazy.
The last end credit scene. Oh
Dude,
my
The movie ended
god.
perfect, and then this end credit happened. You're just like, okay,
Dude,
one
we
like
gotta figure
I
it
already
out.
hated Mysterio,
But I hated him
but
more.
oh my god.
Okay, but
like,
wait.
So
I'm
hard to
freaking
hate
out for
Wait.
Mysterio.
I'm
when it's
freaking
played
out
by
for
Jake
Jake
Peter.
Gyllenhaal, if you're watching this, I love you.
We love
Okay,
you, Jake.
I love you.
Nah, you're cut out. What is Peter gonna do? Is it denial? Does he accept it? Like,
Well,
where are they
okay.
going from this?
Well, I feel like they were kind of hinting at the fact that they were gonna expose him, or that he was
But-
gonna be introduce himself as the Spider-Man when at the little before the end credit when he's talking to Aunt May and what's his name, Happy. He was just like, okay, I'm
Oh, no
tired
more
of secrets, no more
secrets.
secrets. So I was like, oh, he's really gonna expose himself right now, like Iron Man did, like oh. But then Mysterio did it for him. So I think that they wanted to get his name out already, that it wasn't a secret anymore.
Here's what I'm just realizing. How does Iron Man end?
Which Iron Man 3?
The first one.
Iron Man the first one? I don't
With him
remember.
exposing himself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I mean, with Spider-Man, this whole talk about him being
Becoming the new Iron Man?
I feel
was
like
Oh.
he doesn't-
Him as Iron Man at the end is exposed.
He doesn't have the same cocky
Wow.
level that Tony Stark does. Obviously, like the main reason why superheroes keep their identity secrets is because of their loved ones, right?
He doesn't
Yeah.
really have a family.
And so-
though, just his aunt.
But I mean, he has all his friends though.
Oh,
But I say that to
his
say that
homies.
Tony Stark, he had Pepper Potts, but I feel like in the moment he said, "I don't care. I want people to know who I am." And although Spider-Man's on the opposite end, I feel like his identity being revealed is a little callback to that. But I feel like this opens the door to a bunch of new storylines now that, any villain knows who he is.
Yeah, in any of the other Spider-Mans, he was never revealed, right?
Right.
No one
his
ever knew who he
identity.
was.
Well,
Only
some
a few
did,
people,
yeah,
but like the
right.
villains was pretty much it.
Oh my gosh.
But if you guys, I may be wrong, but are there any other superheroes in the MCU whose identities are secret?
Well, I think Hawkeye just kind of lives on his own. No one really knows who he is. And Black Widow, she's like only Black Widow. Like,
Yeah.
she's just a Russian spy, and now that's all she does.
But I don't think there's anyone who like wears a mask and who does, who,
No, because the rest of them all, like, that's all they do.
I feel like
They don't have a life outside, but they're all adults.
That's true.
Like, they don't still go to high school. This is their life.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I remember one of the producers talking about how the whole MCU is centered around, or actually no, how do I say this? They try to avoid this whole idea of secret identities, like the DC is famously known for. And I don't think it's because Marvel versus DC. I think it's just the idea of people, civilians, villains knowing their real identity. It brings a
a more exciting story.
Yeah, it makes it different because, like, I feel like since the start of time,
Since the beginning.
since the beginning of comic books, it's always been, your identity.
Identity.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, just going back to this movie in general, I loved that MJ got so much more time in this movie, and that you could see, like, her awkwardness.
Yes.
And how,
my
like, her
gosh.
awkwardness and Peter's awkwardness, just, like, they work so well together.
I love
Their
that.
chemistry,
Dude,
I love
hate
it.
Brad 100%. He's such a butthead.
Oh, Brad.
Oh, he was annoying. He was trying to, like, get Peter the whole time.
I loved it. That was funny.
But I don't know. I loved how...
Was there anything you guys didn't like from the movie?
I felt like Ned was a little more annoying this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't
Ned?
like friend sidekick. He was just like...
This,
He was
this like,
there.
Like,
this
he was
like
kind of... I
pushed
don't know,
to
like, the way they
side.
wrote him was weird.
I didn't like it either. Just because Ned was supposed to be like his number one best friend, and like he.
But it's not even that. It was just like, he would be like, Peter, try not to, like, get us killed. And I was like, really, Ned? Like we know, like, I don't know. It was just dumb.
Ned,
I think they may
would
have-
want to help. Yeah, but no.
I think they may have like done that to continue to play on the whole idea of him falling in love right away.
I guess. I don't
But
know.
I
It
feel
was
like
weird.
a lot of his motivations changed when he fell in love, right?
That's true.
I mean, when he
His-
thought he fell in love.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, when he was, like, he told Peter that a couple times, like, make sure to keep them away from us. And it's like, well, no, duh. Like, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
And the
Anyways,
teacher was, like, extremely stupid.
like I said, I feel like
Jesus
a lot of
Christ.
the characters were like that. Like, they're.
I feel like
They
this
were
also.
so two-dimensional. I guess
no,
that's what.
I
I
feel-
don't know. They. Say it. Say it, girl. Say it.
I feel like it has to do with like the humor that the directors did for this movie. Like I love the humor of this movie so much, like the different styles. And the reason I was trying to find Hot Fuzz, the director Edgar Wright, like the way that he does humor is like not through normal like one-liners or whatever. He does it through like the audio and like just different things, being creative with the humor. And I feel like this movie has a lot of creative humor in it. Like a lot of like when Nick Fury first comes on, the music is like really suspenseful, and when something
that's
dumb
right.
happens, it's
Oh,
like
he's
really.
like-
They cut
yes.
off. That
And
was
I
Those are
love
funny.
that, and I
That
thought
part
that
was
made
funny.
I
That
thought
was
it made
funny.
it funny. I
He's
thought
like,
that
one
made
more
the movie
person
funny.
walks in this room. What do you say?
Yeah, it's Samuel L. Jackson.
I loved it. I just loved the humor of this movie.
I liked
That's
when the
funny.
girlfriend knocked on the door.
Yes.
What'd you say? You're not replying to my text.
But you know what was weird? What I don't know if you guys noticed this. Maria Hill looked so, like, disheveled the entire movie. Like Nick Fury's sidekick assistant.
yeah.
Like, she looked like, wait, like, is she okay? Like, they didn't, like, no makeup. Her hair was like a mess. Like, it was weird. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. is, like, always put together. And I feel like she was just kind of like they kind of forgot about her or
Well,
something.
I mean,
It wasn't really.
nah, I don't think
What?
it wasn't really Maria Hill.
Oh, duh.
But okay,
But
so
still, like, Nick Fury looked like Nick Fury.
Oh, that's right.
I
That's right.
thought I didn't like that end credit scene. I felt like
That was dumb.
I felt like they almost thought about it last minute, but here's what I heard someone point out in that scene underground when they first meet Mysterio and Spider-Man's like, why can't you call Thor? Why can't And he says Captain Marvel, and then Nick Fury, I think he says,
It's like
don't you
unavailable.
invoke her name,
Oh,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Someone pointed out that sounded a little weird for Nick Fury to say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think it's that weird. But to me,
Nah.
that end credit scene felt like they thought about it after the movie.
My question
was
is,
written.
Because what are those aliens called?
Skrulls.
Oh yeah.
Where
that's
have
right.
they been for the past 30 years?
Well,
Apparently
at the
just in
end
space?
at the end of Captain Marvel, doesn't she say that she was trying to find a home for them?
Oh yeah.
So I think they've been on a ship. I don't know which one.
But for 30 years, and then now Nick Fury's with them?
Oh, that's true. Huh? It's been a while.
Or I don't know how long, but it's been a long time. Like,
Yeah.
she's, what, was it the
The
70s?
Oh, that's
90s.
right.
The
Oh
90s
my
was she here?
gosh.
90s, yeah.
90s?
That's still 30 years. Dang,
Yeah,
dude.
20
Yeah.
years.
No,
20 to 30. But
almost 30.
I don't know. So it's like, where have they been this entire time?
Yeah.
Do they have powers other than shapeshifting?
No, they just really
I
crafty with guns.
also forgot if they're really good at, I guess, memorizing details to pretend there's someone you know.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I could be wrong about the whole idea that
But then,
they
but okay, so then if it was one of the scrolls, how would they know about the secret code?
which secret code.
The code that
Oh, that's true,
Happy,
huh?
because that's not
Well,
something that they
again,
would know.
But I think Nick Fury, when he allowed
Them
that,
to take over?
yeah, he let him know anything that he would have to know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's this contract with Sony and Marvel Studios where Marvel Studios is allowed to use Spider-Man, but Spider-Man doesn't 100% belong
To
to Marvel
Disney,
Studios.
Marvel.
It's still part of Sony. So I don't know for how many movies that contract was made, but I did start hearing those rumors that
I'm going to be really
Um,
mad if Sony tries to pull some crap with Marvel and, like, take Spider-Man away from us.
I feel at one point they have to, like,
Mhm.
think about how much money, like, I'm pretty sure they're making a lot of money right now. So,
They're gonna ruin
this is off
everything.
Yeah, they're
topic,
gonna
but
ruin
a
it.
lot of people are like, a lot of people question why the need for, like, 3 reboots, you know, like 3 different Spider-Mans.
Mhm.
But if you think about it,
First one was
if
trash.
which
That's
person?
why. Tobey
Tobey
Maguire was
Maguire.
trash.
No,
Are you
what?
serious?
I didn't like
That's
it.
our Spider-Man.
Oh my
It's
God,
two
Tobey
different
Maguire
generations,
This
is
is totally two
no.
different
Okay,
generations.
don't
Okay.
pretend like you're that much older than me. I saw all the movies when they came out. Okay, Tobey Maguire is a trash actor.
No.
He is horrible. Just as a person in general, he's not a good
Dude,
person.
don't disrespect my
Do
Spider-Man.
not disrespect the
No.
Spider-Man,
Nope.
period.
This
No.
reminds me of this.
Have you ever seen his crying face? What the heck? He doesn't even look nerdy.
It's
He just
iconic. It's iconic.
No.
It's iconic.
No.
It's iconic. Something.
he doesn't meet like geek nerd. He's just like, ew.
You know what no other Spider-Man movie has done? That Spider-Man kiss. The Spidey kiss.
I mean, that's not. You
Okay,
ain't wrong.
okay.
Anyways,
I did not grow up reading the comics, or I don't even think. I think I saw a couple.
I
of
don't
the
think I've
cartoons.
ever read a single comic in my life.
So I didn't
Have you
know
read it?
what Spider-Man was supposed to be like. I remember reading the tweet once that I completely agreed with, even if it hurt my feelings. But it said that people who didn't read the comics are the ones who love Tobey Maguire.
yes.
People
I saw that
who
tweet before.
people who I think it said people who were into the cartoon are the ones who loved Andrew Garfield, and then the OG comic book fans are the ones who love Tom Holland.
Because it follows the story.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing.
Well, here's the thing. There's no Gwen Stacy
Oh.
Well, I mean,
with Tom Holland,
she could always be introduced. Though.
but he met Gwen Stacy in the comic books
Yeah.
before MJ, so it's really not following the comics.
Well, not necessarily because it's following the comics, but the Peter as a person.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be awkward high schooler.
Here's the thing. I think Tobey Maguire is perfectly awkward, but he doesn't have that like cocky little attitude that Spider-Man.
Oh my
at
God!
times
You know,
has.
like was it Spider-Man 3 where he tries to like he's like being all
Yeah.
when he gets that little bit of venom.
Yeah.
Oh my
little
God!
bit of
Worse,
venom.
where he's like trying to be all like, ew, I'm cool,
Off topic,
and he like does that
but-
weird dance, and I'm like, shut up! Who are you?
Dude, but at the time when that movie came out.
No, at the time
At
I
the
thought
time.
this is stupid.
No, at the time when that trailer came out, I remember everyone's like, I was young, but I remember everyone in the theater being like blown, like, oh my gosh, the scene where he's looking at himself. You know, I don't know.
I loved how Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse referenced that little scene in
Mhm.
the beginning. You guys remember when Peter Parker's talking about what he's been up to? and then he says, "And this happened." And it's not Tobey Maguire, but it's him. It's just Spider-Man in the Spidey suit and doing the little dance.
I'll have to watch it later.
Yeah, I'll have to catch up on
But anyways, I was saying that Tobey Maguire was awkward. Andrew Garfield was too cocky.
That movie didn't have to be made. That was trash. That was garbage.
I like those.
At this
You
point,
liked it?
Trash. It
You
just
did.
it wasn't
No,
the
I
best
didn't like
Spidey
it.
movie.
That was nasty.
Which one?
Andrew Garfield.
The Andrew Garfield
he was
one.
too cool.
It was out of all the Spider-Man movies made, that is my least favorite.
Okay,
I can watch
stop
Tobey
yelling.
Maguire.
Well, there's 2 Andrew Garfield movies.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
There's
there's
Amazing
2.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
and,
that's
like,
right.
this-
I
don't
didn't like
know.
both. I didn't like them.
Because the second one's where she dies.
I don't like that because of Emma Stone.
The second one's where she dies? Or
Yeah.
the
You
first one?
don't like Emma
You don't like
Stone
Emma
in
Stone?
that?
I only liked those
Oh, I
movies
thought you
because
said
of
because
her.
of-
Oh, me too.
Oh.
Me too.
No, I like both of them. Anyways, what do you think about the possibility of other characters such as the X-Men joining the
Okay,
MCU that
okay.
we know?
Okay, I think I was telling you this before Spider-Man came out, but I thought that they were gonna.
X-Men or Fantastic Four.
I thought that they were gonna introduce multi-universes because of Mysterio.
Yeah.
So I really thought that, oh my gosh, like there's gonna be multiverses. They're gonna bring in like
Multiverse.
multiverse. Like I thought they I was getting really excited, so I thought that.
When I found that was all fake, I'm
I
like,
know, me too. I was like, oh my
I
gosh.
feel like okay. So this leads into another thing.
Like
Were you guys familiar with the Mysterio character?
Yes, I already knew that he was gonna be the villain before I watched
So
the
I
movie.
had read up on him a little, and something that I kept seeing was that
I try to
he's-
know as little as possible before because I don't
Yeah.
want it ruined for me.
he's known in the comics. I guess he makes himself look to be the superhero by causing
Destruction.
and then coming in to save the day.
Who does that? Isn't that another movie?
It was a cartoon. Megamind? No, is it Megamind?
No. I don't know. Keep going.
But anyways,
I don't think.
so
that's
I
what it was.
figured that's what's it called? That's what would happen, and I think halfway through the movie, when you start seeing, or actually when they defeat the fire elemental, you obviously know there's still an hour left to the movie. So
Yeah, I knew it.
if you
I knew
put
it.
two
Yeah,
and two
at that
together,
point, I
The
was
moment,
like-
the moment that
that's
Spider-Man
what-
walked out of the cafe and it started slowly turning back to Mysterio, I'm like, I know it. Right now, he's gonna expose himself.
I realized when Jake Gyllenhaal or Mysterio, when when Spider-Man was trying to offer him the glasses, at that point I was like, this has been his whole plan all along.
Yeah.
And I loved how Jake Gyllenhaal was like, no man, I can't take it. Like he kept denying it, and I was just waiting for Tom Holland to be like, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
But at that point was when I knew like, okay, I get it. This whole time he's been trying to get the glasses. From
You know,
them.
you know what that reminds me of? Where
Yeah.
it's like, I remembered where it's the villain causing destruction so he can show up and be the hero. Syndrome from The Incredibles.
Oh.
He creates a
yeah.
robot just so he can act like the superhero.
Right,
And
right.
it backfires on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Villains never win.
Can we talk
I
about
mean,
the
except
CGI
for
of
when
this movie,
Thanos
though? I
stopped the
love the CGI
I
of this
loved
movie.
all
It was
the-
so good.
The whole scene where him.
It was so good. I have come to the conclusion that I look at CGI a lot, so I really love this one. This one was so
Yeah.
I loved
What were you
it.
I
saying?
just love the illusion, the whole illusion.
Yeah,
scene
me
with
too.
Peter
Oh my
Parker.
gosh,
That's
dude, it
crazy.
tripped me
It was
out.
best.
The one where
I
he's
think that was
attacking
the
him?
part, Yeah.
Oh
That
my
tripped
God,
me
that
out. I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I didn't know what was real.
my gosh.
Yeah,
I was
got
looking at
Doctor
myself
Strange
like,
vibes.
wait.
And he didn't
Yeah,
know it was
Doctor
real.
Strange. That was good.
Doctor Strange?
He said he got Doctor Strange vibes.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Oh yeah.
Was it just me, or were there like more real suits in this film,
Real what?
More real
like
suits?
Spidey suits? Like it didn't like there were moments where you could tell he had like the mocap outfit, but for the most part, motion capture.
Oh.
Like you know how in Civil War he didn't have an actual Spider-Man suit.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He
Well,
got him one.
But there
He had his fake one.
no, I don't mean like that. I meant like there's behind the scenes
Like
pictures
CGI?
where he's wearing the triangles and the dots on.
Oh.
Okay, so like CGI type of.
Yeah. Well, okay. So when you see Mysterio going over the simulation,
Yeah,
it
he's
has
the
wearing
little-
the
yeah,
suit, so
mhm.
something like that. It
Oh,
felt
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in this movie he had more. I guess besides the,
Actual
the
suits.
iron.
It
suit.
wasn't CGI.
Because
Yeah.
yeah,
There was a
the
lot of-
monkey, the spider, monkey.
Night
The
monkey.
night monkey, yeah. The night monkey.
He did call it Spider Monkey.
Yeah, the night monkey, and then the one that his aunt packed in.
He had a lot, and then he had to
Yeah.
recreate a new one.
I don't know. I like the love story in this.
I also like.
I liked how like
Spider-Man.
MJ was like trying to like go after him a little and like try like what's going on with him, and in the end
But
they love each other.
That's another funny thing that I feel like it'd be so easy to figure out if someone you knew was, like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
And
because like
so-
everywhere that you go, a disaster happens, and
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
There.
also there, but Peter has disappeared
Yeah.
because he's sick or went to Berlin with his family.
There's another. Did you guys ever see the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah,
No.
It was a bad movie, but there's this funny part where
It's a bad movie.
I think I didn't want to watch it, and I didn't watch it.
there's this funny part where he shows up. He saves his love interest, and then he's slowly like flying towards her, and right away, what's his real name? Or in the movie?
Green Lantern.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's just say his real name's Ryan. like she's looking at him, and then she's like, Ryan, and he's like, how'd you know it was me? And I think she
Like,
said
because you
something
look
like,
exactly like him.
Yeah. I think she said something like she's able to distinguish his jaw or something like that. But
I'm like, because you only have something
right, covering
around
your
that.
eyes, like, and I love how they played at that joke almost like every comic.
Hal Jordan. His name is Hal Jordan.
There you go.
I wanted to say like Kal-El, but I know it's Superman. But I'm just like, it sounds the Hal, the Cal. You know.
But I loved how that movie they played on that something that's so unreal or something that wouldn't happen in real life, right? If someone just has the little icon.
Yeah,
They
that's
would
what like
recognize
Incredibles
him right
thing
away.
where it's like, oh, who are you? But it's like,
Right,
you mean
right,
you
right.
look, you have your same giant head and hair.
But it's just the eyes that
Yeah.
are covered.
Mm.
And so in this movie, I mean, Spider-Man has the suit, but again,
Yeah, but I do like how he like addresses like they're gonna know it's me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's
right,
obvious that this already happened, and now Spider-Man shows
Yeah.
up when we're on our trip, and I'm always out of the picture. Like, I don't know. I like how they address that fact. Like, it's obvious, because those are things like, how do they not know that it's them? And it's like,
Mhm.
well, they do. MJ figured it out, and she was watching him not just because he's Spider-Man, but because she likes him.
I heard someone mention that they liked that awkward little first kiss.
Yes,
I loved
So you're-
it. I
where
loved
she
it.
just like,
They compared it to the Spider-Man upside down kiss.
Yeah.
And how that type of kiss is so unrealistic for an
Because-
awkward
for a
high
first
schooler
kiss, yeah.
compared to,
This is
the
true.
upside
That's more
down
realistic.
versus
this
just
little-
like the little like
Actual,
peck
yeah.
and like oh, and then like they go in again and just like peck again.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
You
they're
guys
so
noticed she had to
cute.
go down a little?
Aw,
That's
Zendaya.
Right.
cute.
They tried to frame
She's
it
so
where
pretty.
they would kind of look the same height, but you could see her like shoulders going up a little, like so that she could come down and kiss him.
Aw,
Aw.
that's so cute.
I think that's another thing that makes him a good like I've gotten attached to him, and I think it's his
We all
his
are.
acting, but also he looks like a kid. I think
Yep.
he's like 22 or 23.
Yeah.
But he could easily pass off.
As a high school.
Yeah, and I think it was another podcast I was listening to. They were like, Tom Holland's gonna remain 5'6" for the rest of his
Yep.
life.
He's 5'6".
Yeah, I think so.
And Zendaya's like
Aw.
5'10".
No, that's too
No,
tall.
she is.
She's 5'10".
I in an
We
interview
looked-
I
I watched her. She's 5'10".
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
So
So,
they did a
Tom
pretty
Holland
good
was
job
probably
then. Yeah,
either he was standing on something or
Probably.
CGI.
Is he really
4
5'6"?
inches is a lot for.
Are you sure that he's 5'6"?
I don't think he's 5'6".
I feel like that was an
Oh,
exaggeration.
it may have been then.
Maybe like 5'9".
I said maybe 5'8".
But she said she was 5'10" in an interview.
No?
Yeah, 5'8".
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
my height.
That makes more sense. 2 inches is
Not too bad. 4 is a big difference.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I love the movie. I'm ready for the next one.
Before we end it, did you guys freak out when J.K. Simmons showed up?
Oh
That
my gosh,
was
that was so sick.
cool.
That
I'm
was
like,
Yeah.
so
oh my
sick.
god, full circle.
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
heard
But you guys
them-
didn't like the
I heard them
original
say-
stuff.
I don't like Tobey Maguire. I like Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah.
I even like Green Goblin. I just don't like Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
He's a butt.
We were freaking
James
out.
Franco or Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe.
He has a creepy smile.
Exactly. That's what makes it like villainous.
I mean, even like when I ever see him in a movie, that's the Green
Right?
Goblin.
So
That's the
good.
Green Goblin.
Yep, retweet.
Yeah. That was that moment. I was like,
freaked out,
oh my
yeah.
god! You could
The
hear
guys
everyone like,
next to me freaked out.
Yeah.
Everyone freaked out.
That was cool.
I heard them say Daily Bugle, and in that split second, I thought of the first Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but I didn't piece it together. And when he showed up, I was like, what the heck?
Is Spider-Man in the comics
That was a nice
a
treat.
reporter, a journalist,
Yeah,
photographer?
he's a photographer for a news
So
newspaper
that's
company or
like, I
something.
wonder if they're gonna try to, because Tom Holland is not like, he's science geek. He doesn't care about photography, or not as far as we've known.
I love that
That's
he's
not
such
a part of
science
his
geek. I
character.
love that he's so smart. And he's a
He
science
could always
geek.
go into photography.
He
'cause I
could.
mean, if they what's it called
Stick.
stretch this out to where it's his
But if he does, like,
college years.
I don't know, because the world knows who he is now.
Oh, that's true, huh? Oh yeah, then
No,
yeah,
they've
that
had-
whole idea is basically thrown out.
That's like he shows up to work and like J.K. Simmons is gonna be on him. You
Yeah.
know, like, you're Spider-Man and I know it. Ah, he's a menace.
That was a nice treat, though.
Yeah, that was cool.
I didn't know this, but I guess J.K. Simmons was at the premiere, and so
It didn't click.
the people who were looking at those pictures started hypothesizing that he was gonna show up, but I hadn't seen him, so I didn't even I didn't even think about it.
It wasn't in your mind.
But I
was
felt like
cool.
if I had seen those pictures,
you
I
would have been like,
and
oh, he's gonna show up.
yeah, like I would have
Sooner,
started trying to think, wait, why is he there? Is he gonna be in this movie?
Yeah, that's cool though. I like
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
I think a lot of people were thinking that Tobey Maguire, not thinking, but hoping that Tobey Maguire would show up or
Caleb's face
something.
right now.
I have a question. What do you guys think that they're gonna do in the next film? Like, how do you think Tom Holland's gonna recover from being exposed, especially like that? Because it was.
I feel like they're gonna have to try to some way deny it.
Are they gonna use the multiverse for it?
I don't think they're gonna go into multiverses, despite the whole idea, the whole movie of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I think the reason they ended it with Nick Fury being in the same ship as the Skrulls was because they're gonna start introducing.
Did you
a
say the
lot of-
squirrels?
No, Skrulls.
I got squirrels in my pants.
They're gonna start introducing like a lot of like space movies. I think. I guess going back to, I don't know who had asked this, but the whole idea of the X-Men and Fantastic Four showing up, I don't think they need to introduce multiverses to introduce them into the,
X-Men, I don't know how, because it's mutants. It like affects the whole world.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just a complete different
Yeah.
storyline just to. But what I am interested to see in the next movies is how like the new Avengers, like the ones that are left over, Bucky, Falcon, is Falcon? Right? His
Falcon,
name?
new Captain America.
Like Scarlet Witch is still there. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Hawkeye.
Oh my
Hawkeye's
gosh.
not. I mean, well, I guess they took him out, but he's still alive. But
I
you
heard
know,
rumors that
Black
they're still gonna
Panther,
do movies
like
with them.
all the Ant-Man's still there. So what are they gonna do with these characters? You know, like going forward.
Do you guys think they're gonna give them the same type of ending they gave the original? How much was the original
Avengers?
5 or original 6?
6.
Hulk, Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oh, Cap is still alive too, but he's old now.
Yeah, he's gone.
So we're only missing 3.
Why?
Yeah. Is it 3? Iron
Oh,
Man.
Thor's still there. Yeah, but Thor's out.
Thor's not
Like-
out. He's supposed to be doing another movie with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I
That's what I heard.
I guess we're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I don't
just
think they
waiting.
would give him that type of rollout like at the end of Endgame, if he wasn't gonna show up anymore.
What do you mean, like?
Yeah. With
Like
as
his
Guardians of the
signature and
Galaxy.
everything.
Oh, right.
With the
Wait, what?
You know how they the original 6, like they're gone. Like they said goodbye to them at the end of Endgame. Thor was one of them, but like why would they say bye to him if he's coming back?
When did they say bye to
When
him?
his signature popped
Like
up
all
on
of them at the
screen.
very end.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know. Marvel, I'm gonna need you to let us know what's going on.
Yeah, what's going on, Marvel?
Anyways, I think we're gonna
Close it up here.
Yeah, close it up here.
Right, let us know what you thought about Spider-Man, Marvel Universe in general. What do you think they're gonna go from here?
We would love to see your feelings in the comments. So
Your predictions.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
if you want to cry, you can cry. If you want to vent, vent.
It's good.
You know
this
what?
movie, yes.
I don't think I cried in this movie.
I did a little bit. I teared up.
I teared up.
I
a
think I
little.
teared,
At
but
the
I
end
don't like.
with
Like my eyes got a
Dan.
little watery, but I didn't cry, and I cry in so many movies.
I just got a little teary-eyed.
So it's too.
You made it through.
It's not a tearjerker movie, though.
It's not.
It's not a tearjerker. You
But
might
that
get
is
a little
it.
emotional.
That doesn't mean anything to me. Not a big deal. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining.
Later.
Bye.